My friend, let me ask you a simple question. Why do some people work for 12 hours every day and still struggle, while others work less but achieve more? You see them. One person running everywhere, tired, always busy, always working hard. Yet nothing changes. Another person seems calm, focused, and balanced. But somehow they get results. They grow. They succeed. We were told since childhood, work hard and you'll succeed. But the truth is, hard work alone doesn't guarantee success. There are millions of people working hard right now, cleaning streets, lifting heavy boxes, sitting in long offices, doing jobs they hate, yet still broke, still tired, still stuck. So, what separates success from struggle? What makes the difference between effort and achievement? It's not how hard you work, it's how smart you work. Today, in this video, I will share 7 rules that will completely change the way you think about hard work. By the end, you'll understand why working harder is not the answer, and how to use your time, focus, and energy in the right way to actually win in life. Let's begin. Rule 1. Stop working hard. Start working right. Most people believe that success is simply the result of working harder than everyone else. They grow up hearing phrases like, no pain, no gain, or work until your idols become your rivals. So they start running, faster, harder, and longer, believing that endless effort is the key to success. They fill every minute of their day with activity. They chase deadlines, take on more responsibilities, and stay busy from morning to night. But here's the truth that many people never realize. Hard work without direction is like running fast in the wrong direction. The faster you go, the further away you get from where you actually want to be. Think for a moment about what it means to work hard. Does it mean being constantly busy? Does it mean working long hours with no rest? Or does it mean doing the things that truly move you toward your goals? The answer might surprise you. True success does not come from doing more. It comes from doing what matters most. You can spend 12 hours a day doing small, meaningless tasks and still not move an inch closer to your dream. On the other hand, you can spend just a few focused hours on something important and make real progress. Let's look at it this way. Imagine 2 students preparing for an important exam. Student A studies for 8 hours every day but without a plan. He reads random notes, scrolls through different books, and keeps repeating what he already knows. His mind is busy, but not focused. Student B, on the other hand, studies for only 3 hours a day. But those 3 hours are different, full of focus, purpose, and structure. He studies with a clear goal, uses the right materials, and practices the hardest topics first. At the end of the month, who do you think performs better? Of course, student B, because success is not measured by the number of hours you put in. It's measured by the amount of progress you make. This simple example shows the secret that most people miss. It's not about how long you work. It's about how smartly you use your time and energy. You can spend your whole life working hard on the wrong things and still remain stuck. Many people confuse activity with achievement. They say, "I'm busy," as if being busy means being productive. But being busy doesn't always mean you're moving forward. Sometimes it just means you're running in circles. Successful people understand this difference. They don't try to do everything. They don't chase every opportunity or fill their schedule with unnecessary tasks. Instead, they focus on the few things that truly matter. They know how to say no to distractions. They choose the right tasks at the right time for the right reasons. They spend their time doing things that bring real results, not just temporary satisfaction. You have to remember that effort without direction leads to exhaustion, not excellence. It's like driving a car with full speed but without a map. You'll waste fuel, time, and energy and still end up lost. But when you know where you're going, when your direction is clear, you can reach your destination faster even with less effort. So stop measuring your success by how tired you feel or how long you've been working. Instead, measure it by how much closer you are to your goals. Before starting any task, ask yourself this simple but powerful question. Is this task bringing me closer to my goal, or just making me busy? If your answer is, it's just keeping me busy, stop and rethink. Because every minute you spend on low-value work is a minute stolen from your real dreams. Working smart means being intentional. It means focusing your energy on what truly matters. It means understanding the difference between movement and progress. Remember this rule. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that working more means achieving more. Many people are busy, but very few are truly productive. The real winners are those who learn to do less, but do it better. So from today, make a small but powerful decision. Stop working hard just to feel accomplished. Start working right to actually become accomplished. Don't chase endless tasks, chase results. Don't fill your days with motion, fill them with meaning. Because success is not about doing everything you can. It's about doing the things that truly count. Work right, not hard. And you'll find that success will come with less struggle, less stress, and far more satisfaction. Rule 2. Focus on high-value work. In life, not all work is equal. Some work moves you forward, while other work keeps you stuck in the same place. You can be working every single day from morning till night and still not make progress if what you're doing doesn't truly matter. That's why it's so important to learn the difference between low-value work and high-value work. This simple understanding can completely change your life. Low-value work keeps you busy but not productive. It's the kind of work that fills your time but doesn't fill your life with results. It can make you feel like you're doing a lot. But in truth, you're only spinning in circles. Low-value work includes things like checking your phone again and again, replying to every small message, gossiping, watching random videos, or trying to do everything at once. It's activity without achievement. It feels urgent but adds little to your growth. High-value work, on the other hand, is the kind of work that moves you forward. It builds your future. It gives long-term rewards. High-value work includes activities like learning a valuable skill, building a business, creating a system, investing in your health, improving your communication, or working on your mindset. These things may not give results instantly, but they create the foundation for everything you want to achieve. When you fill your days with low-value work, you end each day feeling tired but not satisfied. You say to yourself, "I'm working so hard, but nothing's changing." You feel like you're climbing a ladder, but it's leaning against the wrong wall. This is one of the biggest mistakes most people make. They mistake motion for progress. They are busy all day, yet their life stays exactly the same. Smart people think differently. They understand that not all work gives the same return. They know that only a few actions create most of the results. This is called the 80-20 rule, or the Pareto principle. It means that 80% of your success comes from 20% of your actions. The key is to identify which 20% matters most, and then focus deeply on it. Think of it this way. If you run a business, replying to every email, every comment, and every small message might feel important, but it doesn't grow your business. Instead, focusing on finding better customers, improving your product, and learning how to market effectively will bring you real growth. If you're a student, reading every page of your textbook may feel like hard work, but focusing on the key topics that carry most of the marks will help you achieve better results with less stress. High-value work is not always the easiest work. In fact, it often requires deep thinking, patience, and focus. That's why most people avoid it. They prefer low-value work because it feels comfortable and easy. Checking your phone gives a quick sense of satisfaction. Scrolling through social media feels relaxing, but none of that creates the life you dream of. When you choose to focus on high-value work, something powerful happens. You start growing faster. You realize that success doesn't require 16-hour workdays. It requires clear thinking, smart choices, and focused energy. You begin to use your time wisely instead of wasting it on meaningless activity. So, take a moment to reflect on your daily routine. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now bringing me closer to my goals, or just keeping me busy? The answer will show you whether you are investing your time or wasting it. From now on, make it your goal to fill your days with high-value work. Learn, create, and build. Spend your energy on things that truly matter. Because in the end, success is not about how many things you do. It's about how many valuable things you do. When you focus on high-value work, you not only move faster toward success, but you also feel more peaceful, more in control, and more fulfilled. You stop chasing busyness and start building a meaningful life. So remember this rule. Don't just work hard. Work on what truly matters. Rule 3. Rest is part of the work. In today's world, people are obsessed with constant activity. They believe that if they are not working, they are wasting time. They fill their schedules with tasks, meetings, and responsibilities, thinking that every minute must be used for work. But here's a truth that many forget. Rest is not laziness. It's a strategy. Taking a break is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. The people who truly succeed are not the ones who never stop. They are the ones who know when to stop. Many people feel guilty when they rest. They believe that relaxing means they are falling behind. They compare themselves to others who seem to be working non-stop. But what they don't realize is that without rest, there is no real progress. When you don't rest, your body becomes tired, your focus weakens, and your creativity slowly disappears. You start to make mistakes. You lose motivation. You feel busy but unproductive. In the end, you become like a machine, always running but never truly improving. Think about professional athletes for a moment. These people push their bodies to the limit, but even they don't train all the time. They rest between workouts, they recover, they eat well, and they sleep deeply. Why? Because rest helps the body rebuild stronger muscles and sharper focus. The same rule applies to your mind. You cannot keep working day after day without giving yourself a break. Your mind needs space to recharge. Rest is not a waste of time. It's an investment in your energy. When you rest, your brain organizes information, your emotions settle, and new ideas begin to form. Some of the best ideas in history came during moments of rest, during a walk, a shower, or quiet reflection. That's because when the mind is calm, it can see clearly. When you stop chasing every thought, real creativity appears. You have probably heard the phrase, "You cannot pour from an empty cup." It means that if you keep giving your energy without refilling yourself, you will soon run out. Many people try to keep going even when they are exhausted. They think they are strong, but in truth, they are slowly destroying their productivity. A tired mind cannot think clearly. A tired body cannot perform at its best. If you want to work better, you must learn to rest better. So, stop feeling guilty for taking time to rest, walk, read, or do nothing. Those moments are not wasted. They are powerful. When you take a short break to breathe or spend time in silence, your brain recharges. When you step away from your desk, your mind processes information in the background. You return with new insights, sharper focus, and stronger motivation. Work intensely, but also rest deeply. When you give your body and mind proper rest, you come back more creative, more energetic, and more productive. Rest helps you see what really matters. It keeps your emotions balanced and your thoughts organized. Remember, rest is not the opposite of work. It's a part of work. You can't build success on exhaustion. True success comes from balance, a rhythm between focus and recovery, between action and reflection. So, the next time you feel tired, don't force yourself to keep pushing. Step back. Take a breath. Rest with purpose. Because when you rest, you are not quitting. You are preparing. You are refilling your energy to return stronger, wiser, and more focused than before. The people who know how to rest well are the ones who perform best. They understand that rest is not a break from progress. It's the fuel for it. So take care of your body, protect your mind, and give yourself the space to recharge. Because when you rest right, you work right. And that's how true winners are made. Rule 4. Build systems, not stress. Most people spend their entire lives depending only on willpower to get things done. Every morning they wake up and say, "I have to do this again." And they push themselves through another long day of effort. At first, this might work. For a few days, you might feel strong and motivated. But motivation fades, and willpower gets tired. Eventually, you start skipping tasks, making excuses, and feeling guilty for not keeping up. You tell yourself you're lazy or undisciplined, but the truth is, you're not failing because you're lazy. You're failing because you have no system. A system is a structure that supports you even when your energy is low. It's a process that keeps you moving forward automatically, without needing to rely on daily bursts of motivation. Successful people understand this deeply. They know that relying on willpower is a weak strategy because willpower is limited. But systems, good, simple systems, make progress automatic. Think of a system as a set of rules that guides your life. It removes confusion, reduces decision-making, and saves mental energy. For example, instead of trying to remember every small task each day, you create a routine. You wake up, you follow a pattern, and your day flows naturally. Instead of hoping you'll have enough money at the end of the month, you set up an automatic savings plan that moves a part of your income directly into your savings account. Instead of studying randomly and hoping to learn something, you create a study schedule. Specific hours, specific subjects, every day. Each of these examples removes stress and replaces it with clarity. Systems protect your energy because they eliminate the need to think constantly about what to do next. They save time because you don't waste minutes deciding or hesitating. Over time, systems turn your effort into habit. And habits are what shape your life. People who work hard without systems often feel burned out. They try to remember everything, do everything, and control everything. And it's exhausting. Their mind never rests. They depend on motivation, and when motivation disappears, everything collapses. But people who build systems live differently. They don't panic when they feel tired or unmotivated, because their systems keep working for them. For example, a content creator who plans their videos a month ahead can take a break without losing progress. A student who sets up a fixed study routine doesn't have to fight the urge to procrastinate daily. The routine guides them automatically. The beauty of a good system is that it simplifies your life. It gives structure to your days and frees your mind to focus on growth and creativity. When you have a clear system, you don't need to ask yourself every morning, "What should I do today?" You already know. You just follow the plan. And the best part? The more you follow your system, the stronger it becomes. Eventually, what was once hard becomes easy. So, stop fighting against yourself every day. Stop depending on motivation alone, because motivation is like the weather. It changes constantly. Instead, build small, smart systems that move you forward quietly and consistently. These systems will keep your life organized, your goals on track, and your stress low. Remember, a smart system will always beat a hard worker with no plan. Hard work burns out. Smart systems build momentum. The goal is not to work harder every day, but to design your life in a way that success becomes the natural result of your daily habits. When you have systems in place, you don't have to push yourself endlessly. Your routines carry you forward. Your environment supports you. Your habits become your silent assistants. That's how great things are built. Not through stress and struggle, but through structure and consistency. So today, instead of trying to do more, start building a system that does more for you. Because the moment your progress becomes automatic, success stops being a fight and starts being your lifestyle. Rule 5. Learn to think, not just do. This is one of the most powerful rules you can learn in life, and one that separates average people from extraordinary achievers. Most people are taught to do. From childhood, they are told to follow instructions, obey rules, and stay busy. They grow up believing that being busy means being productive. But that's not true. You can be busy your whole life and still go nowhere. Real progress begins when you learn how to think, deeply, clearly, and strategically. Thinking is what gives direction to your actions. It's what helps you see the path before you start walking. A person who thinks before acting can save years of wasted effort. Unfortunately, many people rush into doing things without understanding why they are doing them. They chase goals that don't matter. They repeat the same mistakes because they never stop to question their approach. This is why so many people work hard but don't see results. They are running fast, but in the wrong direction. If you truly want to stop working too hard without seeing progress, you must train your mind to think smarter. Before you start any task, pause and ask yourself, what is the smartest and easiest way to achieve this result? This one question can change everything. For example, if you want to grow your YouTube channel, you could post 100 random videos and hope something goes viral. Or you could spend time researching what people are actually searching for, analyzing successful creators, improving your thumbnails, and planning topics that connect emotionally with your audience. Both paths require effort, but one is blind effort, while the other is intelligent action. The second path will always take you further with less stress. Thinking doesn't mean overthinking or waiting forever to act. It means preparing wisely before you move. It's about understanding your goals, studying your options, and creating a clear plan. When you think strategically, your actions become sharper and more meaningful. You don't waste time fixing the same problems again and again. You don't chase everything. You focus on what truly matters. Remember this: 10 minutes of deep thinking can save you 10 months of useless hard work. Thinking helps you spot shortcuts, avoid mistakes, and find better methods. It's what turns experience into wisdom. Every great inventor, entrepreneur, or leader spends more time thinking than doing. They visualize, analyze, and design before they act. That's why their work seems effortless. It's not magic, it's mental clarity. So don't just fill your days with endless activity. Make space for quiet thinking. Reflect on what's working and what's not. Learn from your results. Adjust your direction. When you use your mind before your hands, your effort becomes powerful. Because true success is not about doing more. It's about thinking better. Your mind is your greatest tool, your strongest weapon, and your most valuable asset. Use it before your hands. Think first, then do. With purpose, clarity, and confidence. Rule 6. Energy beats hours. We live in a world that worships long hours. People brag about working late, skipping sleep, and staying busy all day. But here's the truth. You are not a robot. You don't run on endless battery life. You are a human being with limited energy, focus, and willpower. The key to real success is not how many hours you work, but how much energy you bring into those hours. You could sit at your desk for 10 hours, barely staying awake, distracted, and frustrated. Or you could work for 3 hours with full energy, deep focus, and powerful intention, and accomplish 10 times more. The difference isn't time, it's energy. Think about it. When you're full of energy, your mind is sharp, your ideas flow easily, and your motivation feels natural. But when you're tired, even simple tasks feel impossible. That's why smart people focus on energy management, not just time management. They understand that their energy is their most valuable currency. Time is limited, yes, but energy determines what you can do with that time. You can have all the hours in the world, but if your energy is low, those hours are almost useless. Good energy doesn't just happen by accident. It's something you must protect, build, and renew daily. A night of quality sleep gives you more productivity than an extra few hours of work. A 30-minute walk can clear your head and recharge your focus more than scrolling social media ever will. Exercise boosts your mood and mental clarity, giving you strength to face challenges with a positive attitude. Eating healthy food keeps your brain alert and your emotions stable. And most importantly, A calm mind performs far better than a stressed one. Stress burns your energy faster than anything else. This is why success is not about how long you grind. It's about how well you recover. If you work hard but never rest, your energy slowly fades away until you hit burnout. You start losing passion, creativity, and discipline. That's when work becomes suffering instead of progress. The smartest people in the world don't work non-stop. They work in cycles. They give their best energy when they're focused, then rest deeply to recharge for the next round. This rhythm keeps them sharp and consistent. Protecting your energy also means protecting your environment. Don't let negativity, gossip, or drama drain your focus. Avoid spending hours on things that give you nothing back. Choose your battles carefully. Not everything deserves your attention. Spend time with people who lift you up, not those who drain your spirit. Energy is your real wealth. Treat it like money. You wouldn't waste your savings on useless things. So don't waste your energy on useless actions. Once your energy is gone, you can't buy it back. Use it wisely. Work when you feel your best, rest when you need to recharge, and take care of your body and mind. Because in the end, success belongs not to the person who works the longest, but to the one who uses their energy the smartest. Rule 7. Be purpose-driven, not pressure-driven. Most people work hard not because they love what they do, but because they are scared of what will happen if they stop. They fear losing money, disappointing others, or being left behind. Their motivation comes from pressure, from fear, not from passion. And when your fuel is fear, you may move fast, but you'll also burn out fast. Working under pressure drains your energy, your creativity, and your happiness. You wake up every morning feeling anxious, not inspired. You force yourself to keep going, but deep down, you feel empty. Now think about someone who is driven by purpose. When you work with purpose, you don't wake up with fear. You wake up with fire. You don't need to push yourself constantly, because your reason to act pulls you forward naturally. Purpose gives meaning to your effort. It's the why behind every action. It tells you why your work matters and what you're building toward. A person with a strong purpose doesn't chase approval or comparison. They know what they're doing and why they're doing it. They don't need to prove anything to anyone. They just live their truth. Working from pressure feels like dragging a heavy rock up a hill. Working from purpose feels like running downhill with joy. The difference is invisible on the outside. Both people may look busy, but inside, one is struggling while the other is glowing. When your work comes from purpose, your energy flows naturally. You stay motivated longer. You learn faster. You stay calm in the middle of challenges because you see meaning even in the hard days. You're not just doing a job, you're following a calling. Purpose is what keeps people alive inside. It's what gives your pain meaning and turns effort into fulfillment. Think of a teacher who loves shaping young minds, or an artist who creates to express truth, or a nurse who helps people heal. These people might work long hours too, but they don't complain the same way others do. Why? Because their heart is connected to their work. Their purpose fuels their persistence. Ask yourself honestly, why am I doing what I'm doing? If the answer doesn't inspire you, maybe you're on the wrong path. Maybe you're climbing the wrong mountain. It takes courage to stop, reflect, and change direction. But that's what real wisdom looks like. It's better to start climbing the right mountain slowly than to reach the wrong peak quickly. When you find your purpose, you'll notice that life feels lighter. Work no longer feels like punishment. You stop chasing results blindly and start creating value with joy. You no longer work just to survive. You work to serve, to grow, and to express who you truly are. That's the secret of those who seem unstoppable. They are not powered by stress, but by meaning. So, stop letting pressure push you. Let purpose guide you. Find the work that gives you life, not the one that takes it away. Because when your work comes from love, not fear, you'll never have to work hard again. You'll simply live meaningfully. And that's the real definition of success. Final words. Don't work hard. Work smart. My friend, you've probably heard it 1,000 times. Work hard and you'll succeed. It's a message repeated by teachers, parents, and society. But if you look carefully at the world around you, you'll notice something surprising. The people who work the hardest are not always the most successful. Many people work long hours, sacrifice their health, and give up their peace of mind. Yet they still struggle. Why? Because hard work alone is not the secret. Smart work is. Purposeful work is. Focused energy is. Real success doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing better. The true winners in life don't waste energy trying to look busy. They think, plan, and act with precision. They choose high-value tasks over meaningless effort. They take time to rest and recover. They build systems that support their goals instead of depending on willpower alone. They protect their energy like treasure and spend it only on what truly matters. They don't just do. They think before they do. And above all, they work with purpose, not pressure. This is where most people get lost. They confuse motion with progress. They think that being busy means being productive. But busyness is a trap. It gives you the illusion of growth while secretly keeping you stuck. When you stop chasing busyness and start focusing on clarity, everything begins to change. You start working smarter, not harder. You start getting results faster, without losing your joy or balance. At English Achieve, we believe that true success is not about exhaustion. It's about evolution. You are not here to burn out. You are here to build up. You are here to learn, to grow, to create, and to live a meaningful life. Working smart doesn't mean avoiding effort. It means directing your effort where it truly counts. It means understanding that your energy, time, and focus are precious, and they must be used wisely. So from today, stop glorifying endless hard work. Start designing a smart life, one built on systems, purpose, focus, and balance. Because in the end, success is not about how much you do. It's about how well you do it. You don't have to work until you break. You don't have to be tired to prove your value. You just need to move with intention, clarity, and purpose. Remember, my friend, the smartest workers win, not the busiest ones. And this is English Achieve, helping you grow your English and your mindset. One powerful lesson at a time.